Hi everybody. In this video, you will have a chance to really gauge our skills. And what we have realized is that it is going to require a third part for us to fully get our point across concerning the importance of knowing your house positions. What you should have gathered from our last video is that astrologically, our strength varies by sign and time, according to house positions. In addition, we mentioned that our focus was sun sign astrology, due to economic problems many are suffering at this time. Keep in mind that sun sign astrology offers us physical representation of all aspects of our lives. To explain the economic problems and hardships that many of us are currently suffering, let us share something that happened with the coming in of the new year. We are not referring to the Gregorian calendar New Year, but the Chinese New Year. There is a group of people that we share privileged information and advice with, from time to time, relative to our astrological findings. This is not individual advice according to their zodiac sign, though we know their signs. Rather, it is general advice pertaining to the house positions which we are all affected by, which are our government's house positions. That is the USA government, to be exact. We read the birthdays, house positions, and relationships between the USA, the current president, and the government leaders. When we say government leaders, we are not talking about Congress or the Senate. We are referring to the Joint Chiefs of Staff, which is headed by General Mark A. Milley. Don't worry, we are not going to bore you with the details. Were we to do so, we would offend a lot of people, and we want to avoid that. Moving on. One of the things that we find a lot of pleasure in doing is performing readings on politicians. We also perform national readings during presidential elections and on the day that the new president takes the oath of office. Unfortunately, it appears that the astrological findings and suspicions of our last such readings have been on point and extremely negative thus far. Guess we should not have expected something other when the planets never lie, even when we wish they would. The good news is that it doesn't appear that the USA is going to fall as a country in relation to other countries, unless our Lord in heaven wills to end this whole earthly affair. Reason being, according to sun sign astrology, the government has just entered strong solar and Luna positions for the year on a global astrological scale. And though it may seem otherwise, we are hoping that the USA is going to correct itself. On the other hand, which is nationally, it appears that the majority of the people could be in for a very rough ride, especially if you are not good at budgeting and resisting the urges of emotional spending. To take some pages from biblical times, we have reached that era when Prophet Joseph interprets the dire meaning of the Pharaoh's dreams and develops a strategy to store grain for the coming years of famine. Is it that we are expecting a shortage of food? No. But we are expecting a shortage of what it takes to purchase food, which is money, and the jobs by which it is made. This was part of the warning that I sent out to the group, and it is more in line with Western astrology than Chinese astrology. Just the same, let us show you a part of our reason for believing this by showing you the physical or tangible position of the USA, starting with what we believe to be the true birthday of the USA and why. Many of us have been led to believe that the 4th of July 1776 is the United States birthday. This would make the United States zodiac signs Cancer and Monkey. If Cancer is the United States zodiac sign, it is its moon sign and not its sun sign, which is due to the fact that the Declaration of Independence had not been signed by July 4th. This, in turn, means that on the 4th of July, the Declaration of Independence was still a concept, a plan, or something agreed upon to do. In motherhood terms, on the 4th of July, the Declaration of Independence was still in the pregnancy stage. So, when was the Declaration of Independence signed? It was signed on August 2nd, 1776, making the United States of America a Leo monkey, not a Cancer monkey, which is more in line with the personality of the USA. In Chinese astrology, monkeys are clever and brilliant strategists, able to accomplish amazing tasks due to their mental determination. Cancers are passive and nurturing by nature and personality and character, preferring peaceful solutions to disagreements and conflicts. Cancer and Monkey combines two physically soft-natured zodiac signs, which is in no way the nature of the United States. If Cancer had been coupled with the tiger, dragon, snake, or rooster, it might produce the nature of the USA. Now, don't get me wrong, both cancers and monkeys will fight, but they must be conditioned or forced to do so, or the fire element would have to be strong within them to overcome the water element to its boiling point. Leos, on the other hand, are of a conquering nature with a goal to rule others, and the more power and control they obtain, the more they want and the more willing they are to fight for it. Attaching that to the monkey seems to have produced one of the most strategic and powerful conquering forces in the world. So, here is how the signing of the Declaration of Independence makes the United States a Leo sun sign, and not a Cancer sun sign. Thomas Jefferson was the principal author of the Declaration of Independence, which he largely wrote in isolation over 17 days between June 11, 1776, and June 28, 1776, after which time the wording was debated over and revised by Congress. On July 2nd, the Resolution of Independence was approved in a closed session of Congress. Officially, Congress declared its freedom from Great Britain on July 2, 1776, when it approved a resolution in a unanimous vote. After voting on independence on July 2nd, the group needed to draft a document explaining the move to the public. It took 2 more days for the Congress to agree upon the edits. Once the Congress approved the actual Declaration of Independence document on July 4th, it was sent to a printer named John Dunlap. About 200 copies of the Dunlap broadside were printed, but nothing had been signed. On August 2, 1776, virtually a month later, 56 members of the Second Continental Congress started signing the Declaration of Independence in Philadelphia, with John Hancock's famous signature in the middle, as he was the President of Congress at the time. The signatures are what made the Declaration of Independence official on August 2, 1776, making the United States of America a Leo sun sign, not a Cancer sun sign. Whichever country you are in their chart, subject to the influences of their chart and the decisions of those empowered to rule the chart, whether you live there or not. The question is, what is the relationship between the house you are in and the house the USA is in? Weak, strong, neutral, and how do you prepare for the ongoing crisis we have entered? Our advice: prepare well, and don't try to go it alone. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.